Hi everyone, it's Mari here for Honeybee Stamps. I'm going to be creating today with the Lovely Layers seasonal frame die set. This is a really beautiful die set that has all of the coordinating different elements to create seasonal window frames. And then you can see the card that comes with the die set that does give you instructions for layering up each of the different elements of the die set, which is very helpful. And I'm going to be working with this gorgeous pattern paper from the Holiday Wishes paper pad. And I'm also going to be using the Decorative Star Layering Frames die, this largest die from that die set, to create a frame for my card front. Now I've gone ahead and die cut all of the different dies from that seasonal frame set, including the window frame from black cardstock. Now I have a piece of vellum here that I'm actually going to back the window frame with. I'm going to just use my scissors to roughly cut around the edges of the window frame, and then I will attach the vellum to the back of the frame just to create that impression of, or the idea of, glass in the window panes. So I thought that was kind of cool, and of course that's translucent, so we'll be able to see through that and some of the details that I'm going to be using for that as well. I'm going to add a little bit of repositionable tape runner onto the back of the onto the back of that cardstock there, the black cardstock, and then add that vellum on. This is the Outdoor Scene Builder stencil set from Honeybee, which is fantastic. It includes a cloud stencil, which is wonderful. So you can actually use this to create the impression of clouds. So I've got my Tumbled Glass oxide ink here and a piece of white cardstock on my mat. I'm just going ahead and using the edges of that cloud stencil to create the impression of some really nice white fluffy clouds in a really beautiful blue sky. And so I'm going to just use that blending brush there to just create that impression of those fluffy clouds in that way. And so I'm just going ahead and blending on that really pretty blue ink. And then what I'll do is just take that window frame and hold it over that and figure out what area I want to be the clouds behind my vellum. And I'm just going to use my scissors here to fussy cut around the edges of the window, again with that white cardstock and the cloud stenciling. And then I'll go ahead and add that to the back. And now you can see that's behind the vellum, and it just looks like the sky outside of the window. So this is like, the pattern paper kind of looks like wallpaper on the wall, and then this is looking outside through the window to the outside. So now I'm going to take the other die cut pieces from the seasonal frame set, and I'm going to decorate the frame of the window. And I've got this gorgeous vine piece here that's cut from a dark green cardstock. I'm going to layer that over top of the top. And then I've die cut some of the florals from white, and then the centers from a yellow and pink. And I'm going to just go ahead and layer these together. And again, the card that comes with the seasonal frame die set does show you how to layer all of these different elements up. I'm just using my Honeybee precision glue here to help me adhere these together, and just a little sticky tool here to help me pick those up. And then I've also cut from a different color of green, kind of a lighter color than that vine at the top. I've just cut these two leafery pieces, some foliage for that bottom corner. And then I'm going to also layer some leaves that I die cut from the seasonal frame set with a darker green as well. And you can just see how what my plan is for layering these all together. Now I am going to bump some of these different elements up on some thin foam adhesive squares just to give them a little bit more dimension. So just creating that little cluster. I've got the larger vines on first, and then the leaves will go next, and then of course the bloom. And I'll do that in both of those diagonal corners there. Now I am going to put this sweet little bird together. Super easy to assemble the little bird. I've got the base color from yellow, and then another layer with white over top, and now this really pretty kind of corally pink. And those colors all coordinate with that pattern paper that I chose from the Holiday Wishes paper pad. So this is kind of where I'm going to put the bird when you see me adhere the bird later. I just want it to look like that bird is inside the house looking out the window, which is kind of cute. And I'm also going to be using the Lovely Layers Heart Vine dies, just the one die that's got the more intricate layers there. I'm going to use that just for a little bit of extra sort of like delicate layering in behind my window. So I actually die cut that from some white cardstock and snipped it in half. And then I'll use a piece of that in each of the two corners, kind of behind the window where those flowers are. Now I'm going to go ahead and adhere my frame here to my card base. My card base is a top folding A2 size white card base, and I'm using the sentiment from the mini messages, just saying hello. Which I think is just a really, really cute generic sentiment, really sweet for this particular little scene card, I think. And so I just thought that worked perfectly. The mini messages set is wonderful. It has so many really great, it's a really versatile set of a ton of different sentiments. And then there's a coordinating banner die that goes along with it as well. And I will link up to all of those different pieces in the description box below. So I've got those heart vine die cuts adhered to those corners, and I've popped the window up on some foam adhesive. I'll go ahead and put that down, and then I'll get that sweet little bird attached just with a little bit of that thin foam adhesive again. And then there's that mini messages, which is going to be just the perfect little sentiment, I think, for this. I love the size of the mini messages. I think they're really great, and I feel like you could basically work them into almost any card project. So yeah, just me saying hello is what that sentiment says. So I've just stamped that on white cardstock with black ink. Friends, that's my project for today. I will, like I said, link up everything in the description box below of the different products I've used. Have an amazing day, friends, and Happy New Year. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.